Hello, I am Xno and this is Cosmoteer PvP highlights. Our only match is me that is playing my ship, the Edelweiss flower. It's the one that has the chain guns and is with a purple paint. And I'm fighting Artful that is playing her cannon orbiter world, the line. Her ship is very dangerous to me because she has a lot of cannons, and cannons are famously known to shred internals. And aside from my front armor that is quite thick and quite resistant to most damage that I might be exposed to, I have very weak flanks. My flanks, both of my flanks have some nukes on it, and my rear is entirely my rear is entirely thrusters, so it's both very weak and very important. But at least I can defend myself with the nukes, because Artful ship has way more maneuverability than I do. She has the movement advantage, she has more speed, and she can turn faster and can basically manipulate me around. She's the one that has the advantage in terms of positions, except right now, because I got her grabbed on my frontal horns, and I managed to split her, which isn't not the best thing. I will ideally have killed her reactor, and that's what I was aiming for, if I recall correctly, because her ship actually has explosive charge to split on purpose, if necessary, so it's a ship that is mostly made to be able to split. It's not something that is bad to split. Like, unlike my ship, if you split my ship in half, it would probably be dead. Artful ship is really made to be split, and as you can see, she can now have multiple parts to flank me on multiple flanks and multiple angles. So it makes my job way harder. I need now not only to fast one ship, but two. And I also need to make sure that she does not fire her cannons at my thrusters, because it's the most important part. But I also need to make sure she does not destroy my launchers for my nukes, as she just did right here. She destroyed one of my energies, so that's really bad. Now I lost most of my my turning power to turn on my left. So as you can see, I'm very slow on turning. I lost about a half of my thruster actually, because now that my thruster is disbalanced, it will automatically turn off the symmetrical thruster on the other side, because otherwise I just wouldn't fly straight. And now I'm mostly doing a good job at fighting Artful. Now I managed to somehow knock off one of her parts of her ship. I maybe sniped the control room. Maybe it was a flying nuke that hit her thrusters. It's a really the one thing to try to avoid is to get hit on her rear, because it's very fragile, and a single nuke hit can absolutely one-shot a third of its ship, because every third has a control room, and a single nuke shot can wipe out the control room out of existence. So that's something she needs to avoid, and she also needs to avoid my chain guns, otherwise I will probably be able to pierce her reactors. And now that the fight is going to come to an end very, very soon, and not only have I lost a few thrusters, it's not that big of a deal to me. I can manage off. I can still continue to fight. I'm still running. The main issue is that I'm running low on nukes and low on especially ammo. So she destroyed most of my launcher so far, and I destroyed most of her cannons and most of her weapons. That's what is allowing me to not die right now, because she managed to get one of her side one of her part of her ships managed to get hit on one of my flank, and she's slowly draining through my armor, but she cannot do this as efficiently because she has lost a lot of weapons. So the fight is coming nearly to an end because she is both running out of weapons and I'm running out of ammo. I'm now running solely on chain guns, which is why it was dealt a little less damage than I used in the early beginning of the match. Because without my nukes, I'm mostly useless without the nukes because chain guns dealt somewhat good damage, but I only invested so little money in chain guns. I mostly invested in nukes, it's my main weapon. And now that I'm ran out of main weapon, I only have to run on chain guns, while April is also running out of cannons and weapons. She is really struggling with only 2/3 of her ship, while I'm mostly... Well, I'm not intact either, I have lost a lot of thrusters. And now I'm trying to get her on my front, and she's doing a marvelous job at avoiding being stuck anywhere in my ship. Because if she gets stuck, she will die very quickly. My chain guns can pierce her shields very, very quickly. She does not have remotely enough shields to tank my chain guns. And I think you can absolutely tank my chain guns if you have 4 shields, 4 large shields specifically. But she's only using small shields, so it's not something that would happen. And I'm getting mostly chip damage right now, which is bad because at some point she will be able to pierce my armor and maybe kill one of my emerges, just like she did right now. So now I'm out of thrusters on my right flank. So that's really unfortunate. I will have preferred to lose one of my thrusters on my left flank. But now I cannot move anymore. So now I'm absolutely pitiful. I cannot move anymore to face her. And we're all both pitiful because she cannot kill me either. I destroyed most of her weapons. And now, if we had to choose a winner, we'll still say it's April. Because as you can see, disruptors still deal some damage, but it will just take forever to try to dig through the armor with disruptors. I think it will take longer than the match can. I think it will run longer than what is allowed in the match. That Ring of Death will close in 13 minutes. I don't think in 13 minutes you can dig through all of my armor. So at this point in the chat room of the lobby, I was trying to speak to Arpel and probably call this a draw because we are absolutely both in complete inability to kill each other. So it's pretty much a draw to me. Technically, April has won given an infinite amount of time. But frankly, I don't think either of us are patient enough to wait that long. So as you can see, April just forfeited. While I have decided to use the little thruster that I'm left with to run in the nearby Iron Storm and forfeit in there. Honestly, I really struggled a lot in this matchup, but it's really because April is a stellar pilot. And I will not have been the same with any other pilot that is playing the Arbiter role. I usually win this matchup, but April is really April, you know? It's not someone that you can beat out of nowhere using any ship, that even if they can win against Arbiter roles normally. Our second match, because I decided that there should be a second match when I saw how long the first match ran. So the second match is Fish that is playing his fighter jet against Fallen Shadow that is playing his ship, his think it's a flak arbiter wall. ETE. If that's the correct name. It has a lot of letters and I just picked 3 to make it shorter. So Fish is playing what is called an ultralight. So it's a shape that uses no armor and is made to be as light as possible, to especially be as fast as possible. As you can see, it goes 160 ms, Fish ship does. And it also uses some side nukes armaments. So that's ultralight nuke arbiter, because it orbits. And is fighting Fluency, that is playing the ship that is currently on screen. And that is a flak arbiter wall. So it's a very strong archetype, but it used to be strong and now it was nerfed quite bad. So I don't know how it deals in modern competitive player, PvP. But I know it used to be real good. And I know Fish ship is one of the best that is available. And Fish is fighting an opponent that has a lot of maneuverability. Walls are famously known for being very vulnerable. And he almost lost his reactor to the hit scan of the flags of Fallen Shadow. So that could have been a very quick match. But fortunately, Fish reacted and got out of the fire angles of flags. So he's fighting an opponent that is very fast and completely has the ability to dodge his nukes. And Fish, you can see, tries to fling his nukes. So he's trying to make everything as possible to prevent Fallen Shadow from dodging. Sometimes he has failed, just like this. Sometimes he has failed, and it's quite often that he will fail. It's really hard to target nukes and to get them right, and it's really easy to dodge them. But fortunately, Fish has the speed advantage, so it's a really needed speed advantage. That's why he's playing a ship that is designed to be light and as light as possible. Because otherwise he just wouldn't be able to aim his nukes right and to never hit, because it's really the problem that you have with slow nuke ship. They just do not get the chance to ever hit, because nukes are really slow and really easy to dodge. And I just wanted to mention the design that is very special of Fallen Shadow, because it's a flak arbiter wall, but it's nothing that I like ever seen. It's a really interesting design. It used frontal nukes for some reason, and it has only 4 large shields on its reactor. It's not something I commonly see. It has, however, very large horns that manage to catch fish quite a lot. So maybe Fish should have targeted them very early on, but he didn't. And honestly, that's fine. But he almost lost his entire ship. He almost lost his reactors to the horns of Fallen Shadows that managed to grab him even for a second. And it's also worth noting that Fallen Shadow could have gone through the large shields of Fish to try to get to his front reactors and try to pierce him without having to worry about anything. But I really do not have enough time to say everything I had to say. But basically, I think Fallen Shadow is lacking disruptors, because that would have been very helpful to pierce the shield of Fish, and it's probably what will have make him win. Because usually, I think Flak Arbiter should have won this matchup.